Peter, welcome to the program. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, I'd be interested to know, have there been any sort of changes since the sale yards have been back, as opposed to, we're using bidder, etc.? Has there been less people turning up?
We had good attendance at sale yards, Mark, and I suppose starting to get back to getting used to operating under level 2. It's not business as usual, but certainly the sale yards are operating in a lot of cases a large part across the country, but there is some areas where we're just not operating them because of the haven't quite got the facilities to meet all the requirements. But yeah, good crowds, good numbers, but obviously crowd restrictions as well. So people getting used to that, which is good. But we've also seen the market move a bit as well, which is probably going to attract more stock both to the sale yards, but also generally into the marketplace.
Does that sort of differ with a live sale as opposed to online? Can you read more into the pricing if you are there?
Yeah, I suppose people actually can physically see the stock, so I suppose that helps them relate pricing to what the stock are physically seeing them or touching them, if you like, versus seeing them online with the videos, even though the good videos obviously give a very good picture of what's going on, but not quite the same. And, we still live, as I've said a number of times, in quite a traditional industry where people do like to turn up at the sale, touch and feel animals before they bid to buy. So.
Now, what other elements are happening at the moment? I mean, I noticed the backlog's starting to ease at the processing plants.
Yeah, they sure are. I mean, we've also seen some increases in schedules in the last couple of weeks. So, I think we've seen the price of lambs lift about $20 a head in the last probably 10 days, which is obviously good for farmers that are selling lamb. And I think that's probably two factors in there. One is increase in schedules and pricing from the meat processors, but also we've seen a bit of rain around different parts of the country where we're now seeing some feed starting to grow, even though we're heading into the winter months.
So we might just get away with a bit more feed than predicted, because it hasn't got particularly cool, has it, so far?
No, it hasn't. It's been, we had a few frosts in the Waikato last week, but we haven't had any this week so far. It looks like we're going to get a bit more rain, and a bit more rain across a large part of the country over the next few days, and the temperatures are quite a bit warmer than what you'd probably normally expect for this time of the year. So it's not. I certainly wouldn't say that we've got surplus feed anywhere in the North Island, but certainly we've got adequate feed in a number of areas. So farmers probably feeling just a little bit more confident going into the winter, and that coupled with these small increases in the schedules and a little bit of easing in the freezing works is certainly starting to unlock that gridlock that I've talked about for the last 3 months.
Of course, moving day happening on Monday. It's going to be an interesting one this year, but it looks as though everything's pretty well sorted, apart from perhaps some accommodation issues, apparently.
Yeah, I think there's a hell of a lot of work done, as I said to you earlier on, a lot of work done across the industry around what moving day is going to look like. And we had done various scenarios over different COVID levels, hoping that we would be able to move as per the moving day. But I think there's quite a lot of people have moved or are moving today, tomorrow and through the weekend, not necessarily everyone trying to move on the day, which has been historical. So that's probably good as well, because it does take a bit of pressure off the likes of the carriers and a bit of pressure off the whole system. But it looks like it's going to go reasonably smoothly, which is pretty good to see. And
generally speaking, how are you feeling at the moment with the way things are?
Pretty good. I mean, obviously we had a very tough start to the year. We've had COVID for 9 or 10 weeks now, really. And so the industry, I think, is still under a certain amount of pressure, certainly feed-wise and it's getting stock killed wise, but not the pressure that we saw a few weeks ago. As an industry, I think we've been through some pretty difficult few months. I think that a lot of the issues were not necessarily COVID related, but probably more related to the climate and the meat processing capacity. I think looking forward, we're still seeing reasonably solid overseas prices for lamb and beef, and even dairy payouts look, while they're down, certainly don't look disastrously down at this stage. So I would say that certainly cautiously optimistic is probably the right words to use looking forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Get through this winter period. Hopefully it's not too severe, and we start again.
Yeah, we do. We start again, but also I think come back to, the agricultural sector has got the ability to sort of help lead New Zealand out of what's going to be some fairly challenging economic times for the next probably 2 or 3 years.